Okay, welcome back myself. We are all the way back in June 2023, and the stock we're trading right now is Apple. So I'm on the 1 week chart right now, and it doesn't seem like this is a good entry. So I'm gonna let this play out a little bit and wait for a better time to enter. Um, I guess you can trade in between here if you go into the lower time frames, but you can already see it start to trade down. So let's say if I were to enter now, I'm going to do a pretty tight stop loss, right? So in entering an uptrend, you have to be real careful uh not to be too greedy and get suddenly stopped out. So in this case, I'm gonna put in a limit order stop loss and a take profit here. So we'll see if this works. And we got stopped out. Okay. So that sucked. That's why I was trying to wait. Um, but no matter. So that was how much was that? That was $200. Okay. That's recoverable. That's recoverable. I'm not gonna put in more money because that's revenge trading. I'm gonna put in 3,000. I should probably start to up my position size, but I want to make this a little bit more realistic. Realistically, I would have been using that uh money I would have doubled down on into another position. So we're in a red super trend. It looks like the stochastic RSI is just about to break out. I'm going to put in another 3,000 because we're looking at the stochastic RSI recovery, and we're looking at the MACD recovering as well. I'm just concerned with how strong this rally is gonna be. Maybe I entered it a little bit too fast. Let's see if it works out. Uh, it did not. Okay. Yeah, I entered that a little bit too fast. So once again, sim trading is not real, and it's very easy to skip forward time. Um, I'm going to have to relook at my entry here. I still think that wasn't a super bad entry. It's just that, yeah, this RSI, sorry, the MACD can continue to go down because the RSI is not at 30 yet, but it seems like we're getting some sort of recovery here. Let's see if it breaks out. It seems like it's very hard to break out because at this time, it seems like the momentum is very weak. Let's see if we can get a green super trend on that weekly chart. We're getting a green super trend. And I just worry about the strength of this rally here. So I'm up. So I'm gonna take my profits here. I'm pretty sure it's still gonna keep going up for a little bit. Let's pay attention to that 1 week chart. Okay, it's going down. Green super trend. We are getting a cup and handle. Literally a cup and handle. Um, it's not a very clean one. We are consolidating. So let's try this. I'm gonna put in a buy order. Take profit. Stop loss. See if this works out. And we got stopped out. That's why I hate that. I hate that. I think it might just be better to just DCA and then find a better entry exit manually. Okay, that has never worked out. Every time I put a stop loss, I just get stopped out immediately. I think part of it is also algorithmically they would have known that you put a stop loss there, and somehow you're messing with people that have like 300 IQ. Okay, they're probably Asian, And if they didn't have 300 IQ, their parents would have literally killed them. Okay, um, so that's why you're messing with. That's why you always get bad traits. Okay, we're looking for a green super trend here on that 1 week chart. It's already pretty extended. So I'm gonna put a sell order here. So I'm selling based on that stochastic RSI, and I am sort of betting that the MACD doesn't have strength. Uh, let's see if that plays out. That 2 hour looks very strong here, but I was already in a profit. Okay, well that sucks. Uh, so we have a uptrend continue. This might have been earnings. It's gonna go down. Looks like a pretty strong uptrend here. So I'm gonna catch this uptrend because clearly we have pretty good event earnings here. Still in an uptrend. Let's zoom out to see if we can get an extension. I'm looking at the stochastic RSI here. Stochastic RSI has reached its peak. Zooming out, and I think this is a sell. But I'm going to wait for that MA to go up a little bit more. Once I see a red candle, I'm selling. And I saw a red candle, so I'm selling. There you go. So I'm looking for a red super trend. Looking for the MACD to cool down at least to the red. So you can also short, but once again, the probabilistically speaking, you're gonna lose on a short more than you're gonna lose on a uptrend. And the good thing about buying is that you can hold that position if the trade doesn't work out. You wouldn't want to do that. And I think that's why I'm also going to stop using a stop loss, because you can just hold a position as long as the fundamentals work out. You know, you typically you would already want to buy a stock with good fundamentals, or rather you want to trade a stock with good fundamentals. So if the trade doesn't work out, you would typically want to hold it. Okay. So that's why I'm long only. But sure, you can trade as well. So that 1 week chart, what I was looking at was that we have a downtrend, but we are still in a red super trend. So I want to zoom in a little bit and see how things are going on the field here. Maybe we can look for an entry. There you go. That's an okay entry. I'm going to put actually a little bit more money into this. Not 56,000. So I'm going to put in around 5,000. So this would be. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, that's a pretty good buy. 5,000. There you go. Then we're going to zoom back out. If trading view doesn't crash, there you go. Zoom back out and wait for it to recover. Now, if you're trading this on real life, you could also double down and buy more on the way up. Okay. So, for example, the stochastic RSI right now looks pretty good. And the RSI looks like it's on the verge of breaking out. I'm going to double down and see if it works out. Once again, I'm waiting for that recovery from that MACD. And we are starting to see some recovery over there. And we just have to see if there's strength in this rally. Another green super trend. Let's see here. Okay, looks like we are almost ending it. I think we have some more room to run on the RSI. We just need that green super trend. Am I getting greedy here? Let's see. Green super trend. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think this rally is gonna hold. Okay, we're still in the green super trend on that 1 day chart. Okay, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell here. Now, uh maybe I don't have to sell everything. I can sell like 5,000 and see if this keeps up. Okay, we're seeing some jitters there, and I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. Okay. Yeah, this could just continue because we were in a green super trend, but damn it, based on the stochastic RSI, um, no, it okay. We ended it, and I skipped the part where I can look at the profits, but I think that was an okay trade. I think that was an okay trade, but at this point, currently, I'm looking at a possible downtrend, which is going to be pretty unfortunate. But the software kicked me out. I wish they would give us um, the actual data, but TradingView literally deleted it. But I think we made some pretty good trades there. I think we timed some things pretty well with the different time frames. So we just keep that up. Keep that up.